everyone. It's Enjoy English School. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Antony.
Today is June 7th. We're on pages 18 and 19. It is day 2 of our book club article called The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
没错，我们继续要介绍昨天介绍过的壁花男孩，对不对？我们昨天简单的介绍了一下说，主角呢叫做 Charlie 啊，他刚上高一，碰到了一些困境，然后我们也知道说，他这些困境啦跟心理的状况，其实是来自于他的国中的好朋友突然之间自杀了，还有他的这个海伦阿姨呢也出了车祸啊，他的这2个重要的人离开他了之后，他其实身心受到了非常非常重大的一个创伤，所以他必须要去面对这些事情。然后但是到后来我们知道说，慢慢的他打进了他学校的这个圈子，也交到了朋友，其中一个叫做 Patrick， 另外一个呢是 Sam， 他们的话呢就开始了比较还不错的这个高中生涯。那我们今天要继续介绍这里面的内容。
The perks of being a wallflower. Charlie's story is not that different from those of other teenagers trying to survive high school. He dreams of having friends, being included, and feeling like he belongs somewhere. Charlie's timid personality keeps him from making any friends at first, so he is usually lonely. Only when Charlie puts forth a big effort to become more outgoing does he manage to make his first friend. Another touching theme is the importance of taking control of one's own life. When Charlie begins high school, he is living his life through the letters that he writes. He is more like an observer than a participant. Charlie's English teacher, Bill, encourages him to get involved in his own life rather than just sit back and watch it pass by. By taking his teacher's advice, Charlie learns to stand up for himself and not let others push him around. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is targeted at teenage readers, especially those who have experienced feeling like a wallflower or outsider trying to survive their own struggles. Chbosky wrote this book to show respect for teenagers who lack a sense of belonging and who have been through the pain of loss.
Okay, before we begin paragraph 1, Anthony, what do you think is the most famous scene in this movie and this book?
I think the famous scene is the moment that he got accepted by their friends, and I think Emma Watson said something along the lines of "Welcome to the island of misfit toys."
Yeah, that's famous from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Christmas special, The Island of Misfit Toys. That's actually still really good to watch, but it's kind of not really here or there. That's funny. I didn't think of that. To me, it was when they're driving in the tunnel. Right? And Emma Watson stands in the back of the car.
Right.
And there is this very famous song in the movie called Heroes, Heroes, by a singer named David Bowie.
Right.
And it is a super good song. It's a song maybe you have to listen to 2 or 3 times, but it's a really good car driving song. But in the book, they actually used a really different song. It was called Landslide, and is by Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
And both of these songs, if you're interested in a little bit of older rock and roll music, Heroes by David Bowie and Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, you can listen to these 2 songs after class. And you tell me, if you're with your friends driving in the car and you hear the song, which one do you think would make you want to just kind of do something crazy and honestly very dangerous, like standing up in a car where your head is sticking out?
OK， 老师这边提到说呢
，Both are incredibly good songs.
没错，所以在提到说，在最有印象的一幕，就是在一段他们 开进隧道里头 ，Emma Watson 就这样站起来，他们那时候在播放的歌曲，然后会做一些很疯狂的事情，就站起来这样吹着风，好像自己长着翅膀一样。然后呢，老师就提到说，在这个电影里头，他用的是大卫鲍伊 David Bowie 的 Heroes， 然后在那个书里面的话是用另外一首歌曲。那我们今天的话，待会我们会把东西放在下头，让你们看到说这两首歌曲，如果是你在跟人家一起开车，一起在做这个公路旅游的时候，你会喜欢听哪一首？然后哪一首歌会让你特别想做一些很疯狂的事情？
Or what's the song you would play that makes you want to feel so excited in the movie? 但是请你不要站起来在车上。
对，这样太危险了。
Don't do that. Okay. Charlie's story is not that different from those of other teenagers trying to survive high school.
OK， 我们来看一下这个文章的第一段话哦。他说 ，Charlie's story is not that different from， 好，他的故事其实跟什么东西并没有太大的不同。From 什么呢 ？Those of other teenagers trying to survive high school。这个 those 就是 the stories of other teenagers。好，用 those， 用复数的话用 those， 如果是单数的话用 that。在这边的话是因为是 the stories， 所以我们说 those of other teenagers trying to survive high school， 跟其他那些想在高中存活下来的那些高中生的故事并没有什么两样。
He dreams of having friends, being included, that means liked by other people, and feeling like he belongs somewhere. He doesn't want to feel like he is outside of everyone else.
Yeah， 所以在这边的话，他说他是梦想的怎么样 ？Having friends 啊，交到朋友啦 ，being included 好，能够被朋友这样子围绕着，好，会把大家会变成一个小圈圈一样，很自在的。And feeling like he belongs somewhere， 能够找到一份归属感。
Charlie's timid personality keeps him from making any friends at first, so he is usually lonely. Watch out for this word timid.The word timid is a stronger way to say shy.
没错 ，timid 这个字的话就是害羞的，那会比 shy 这个字还要更害羞，就是害羞胆怯到你根本不敢跟人家说，哎 ，hello 你谁呀？然后你不敢回答，就想赶快逃跑，那种叫做 timid。好，等于变成是说比害羞更害羞的一种版本，你可以用 timid 这个字来表达。好了，再来他就说了 ，timid's personality 指的是个性，让他没有办法做什么事情，我们会说 keeps him from doing something， 让他没有办法交到任何朋友，而且是刚开始的时候是这个样子 at first， 你看到 at first 就知道后来应该就会有新的变化 ，so he's usually lonely， 所以在开始的时候呢，往往他都是孤孤单单一个人，比如中午时间的时候没有人陪他吃饭，他就一个人坐在一张桌子上面。
Only when Charlie puts forth a big effort, he tries really hard to become more outgoing, does he manage to make his first friend. Now, manage means you do something, but it's not easy.
没错，所以在这边提到 manage 这个字的话 ，if you manage to do something, usually it's something very difficult。好不容易才做到了这件事。这句话里面很特别的地方是，它用 only when 带头。only when 这个地方帮我把 only when 圈起来。你只要碰到 only 带头 ，only when 这种词的话，后面就会出现一个倒装句。我们马上会去看这个倒装句是什么哦。他说 only when Charlie puts forth a big effort， 只有在好不容易费尽力气的去 become more outgoing， 努力想办法让自己看起来比较外向一点。Does he manage？ 哦，在这边的话，帮我把 Does he manage 把它圈起来。本来的意思应该是 When Charlie puts forth a big effort to become more outgoing， 逗号 he manages to make his first friend， 本来应该是这样，但是这边因为用 only when， 所以后面必须讲 does he manage， 会多出一个助动词，这样子就是倒装句的一个形态。
Anthony makes my job very easy. Let's take a quick break. Okay, friends, we're back with more Enjoy English School. It's day 2 of the perks of being a wallflower. Mr. Anthony, I have a question for you. When I was young, we didn't have TVs or computers in our classroom.
Right.
So we had like this, how do I say this? It's like a little tower, like a ladder with a TV on it, and they could push it into your room. Did you guys have that when you were kids in Taiwan?
Yeah.
Like they have a TV they push into your classroom.
That's right.
Right. Now this sounds probably funny to you guys because you like 画面, you could turn on the projector, 投影机, and watch a movie or TV or internet, right?
Right.
But when we were young, you didn't have that.
No.
Like you had to have the TV day, and they push the TV in.
That's
and
right.
You're real excited.
That's
what
right.
What did you watch in your class?
Usually we have some interesting programs, or if you want to learn an experiment, how to do an experiment.
Oh, that's interesting.
So we would have a video tape.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
You
have a tape. You have to push it in.
You push it in. I can't imagine.
Yes, it sounds funny to you guys, almost like
Right.
you'd see in a TV show about like Bonnie and Dai, right?
Right, exactly.
One thing, we would watch a lot of history documentaries,
Right.
but also we would do something like this. We would read the book, and then we would watch the movie. Like we did that for Hamlet.
Right.
I remember, and that was always really fun. And that's something I think we could do with this book, but they talk about some very kind of dark things here in this book.
True.
Okay, let's get started into paragraph 2. Another touching theme is the importance of taking control of one's own life, becoming the leader in your own life.
没错，所以这边的话，我们来看一下第二段这个地方，他说 another touching theme。Theme 这个意思就是主题的意思。当然，我们知道这个主题呢，关于成长面对许多挣扎。但是这边其中一个非常感人的主题呢 ，is the importance of taking control of one's own life。怎么样能够拿回人生的主导权，重新过？因为毕竟这个主角 Charlie 之前是比较像是自己生活的观察者，但很多事情都是被推着跑，然后呢也不敢自己做很多决定。但是所以这个地方最重要的一个感人的主题就是怎么样慢慢拿回你人生的主导权。
When Charlie begins high school, he is living his life through the letters that he writes. So maybe that him writing that letter helps him understand his world.
没有错。所以这边他说 ，When Charlie begins high school， 好，刚开始上高中的时候呢 ，he's living his life through the letters that he writes。所以感觉像是他就是在把这些生活的把它记下来，然后慢慢去透过记下来，在写的过程中慢慢理解他现在处在的世界是什么，就是事情发生在他身上，他被动的去接受。
He is more like an observer than a participant. Now, an observer is someone that watches carefully, and a participant is a doer. It's like a player.
没错，所以这边的话他就讲了 ，It's more like something than something else。这个地方是 It's more like A than B， 它比较像是前面那个东西，而非后面那个东西。这边的话，前面他讲说 like an observer 就是去观察的人，好，它比较像一个生活的观察者，而不是 than a participant， 而不是实际去参与他的生活。
Let's continue to our next sentence. Charlie's English teacher, Bill, encourages him to get involved in his own life rather than just sit back and watch it pass by. So when you get involved in something, you start to participate. Participate in something is the verb form of participant.
没错，所以这边的话 ，Charlie's English teacher， 他的英文老师 Bill encourages him to get involved in his own life。好，想办法的去参与自己的生活 ，rather than just sit back， 而不是只是冷眼旁观的，然后 watch it pass by， 而是看到事情这样发生过去。其中我印象中最深刻，我看到这句话的时候，我印象最深刻的是他帮那个 Patrick 出头，Patrick 被人家欺负的时候，然后他就出去揍了那个欺负他人一拳，对不对？那如果说是他以前的他的话，绝对不可能，他就只能看着这个事情发生，也不敢去参与，只能在旁边观察。但是他这边主动参与是这种感觉。我看到这句话的时候，想到的是那个场景。
Yeah, I understand that because sometimes you see something bad happening. And you have to do something. Or do you just let it happen to other people because, just I won't get in trouble. I don't know what's the correct answer here. I understand that. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Okay, let's continue by taking his teacher's advice. He calls him Bill. You can't just call your teacher Bill, his first name.
No.
So in Taiwan, like students call me Chris because 事实上你上英文课我们的姓有点难 like Gorski.
Yeah.
A lot of kids can't say it and a lot of last names are very difficult. So we always call our English teachers their first name. It's easier.
Yeah.
But in America, a student would never call me Chris. That would be really rude. they would call me Mr. Gorski.
没错。如果你上网去看一下，说那个 YouTube 上面，如果说今天你去打说 call your teacher by their first name， 你会发现到每个人的反应
I saw that.
Right， 每个人反应是你
was
你疯了吗？我跟你那么熟吗？装什么熟？对，老师的反应都很生气。你说什么？再讲一次。
They're like, hey Chris. He's like, what'd you say?
What did you say? 你说什么
And I'd be like, hey. That is a good video. What I forgot. What's the name of it?
I can't remember.
Calling your teachers by their first name.
Right.
Call, not saying, calling their teachers. Okay, I agree. That's a good video. Boys, I just stopped talking about that sentence. By taking his teacher's advice, Charlie learns to stand up for himself and not let others push him around.
所以在这边他就告诉你了 by taking his teacher's advice. If you take someone's advice, you listen to them. 好，所以这基本上就是接受了他老师给他的建议之后呢 Charlie learns to stand up for himself. 为自己挺身而出 and not let others push him around. 不再让别人这样随便欺负他，把他当软柿子吃。好，他就开始为自己挺身而出了。
Underline push somebody around. You can also say bully somebody. Under push somebody around, right? B-U-L-L-Y. Bully somebody or push someone around. Two very good phrases in English. Okay, with that, let's take a quick break and get ready for paragraph 3. Okay, friends, it's time for Enjoy English School, paragraph 3. So we know Stephen Chbosky wrote this book, but he also wrote the screenplay. He made the movie himself too. And here's something strange. So he said that the book came together really fast when he had the title. Like, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And he wrote this book in 4 months. But after he finished the book, he started to prepare it for a movie, and that took him a year. It was much harder for him to make it a movie.
所以这边的话呢，那个我们的作者 Steve Chbosky， 他本身他在写这本书的时候，他花4个月时间就完成。他说，当我想到这个 title 的时候，感觉很多事情都来了，然后很多事情都马上就可以汇聚成一个很好的故事。但是呢，后来他在2012年要推出这个电影的时候，他花了1年的时间才把剧本可以完成，所以可以想见说，要把它变成这个改编成电影，事实上是需要非常非常多时间跟心力的。
It needs three times more time to prepare it into a movie script. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, the perks of being a wallflower is mainly for teenage readers, especially those who have experienced feeling like a wallflower or outsider trying to survive their own struggles. Good words again.
OK， 在这个地方我们来看一下这句话很长，对不对？他说 The perks of being a wallflower 这本书呢 is targeted at 好，目标的族群是要针对，是要写给哪些人呢？Teenage readers 好，青少年的读者 especially those who have experienced feeling like a wallflower or outsider 尤其是那些曾经有感觉到自己就像一个局外人边缘人没有办法融入团体 trying to survive their own struggles 得要独自面对自己的困境的那些人好，我们这本书的话是专门去要告诉这些青少年说 You're not alone
Yeah, Chbosky wrote this book to show respect for teenagers who lack a sense of belonging and who have been through the pain of loss. And I should also mention that this book is also what we call semi-autobiographical. And it's really clear that he used a lot of his own life and his own time as a teenager to help make and build this story.
老师刚刚提到这个 semi-autobiographical 就是半自传式的，他在写他自己的故事。好，在这边的这句话呢，他最后就讲说 Chbosky wrote this book to show respect for teenagers 是为了要向青少年致敬。哪些青少年呢？我们就讲 who lack a sense of belonging 缺乏归属感的青少年 and who have been through the pain of loss 有曾经痛失可能家人或是朋友这种经验的人，他要写这本书，也要献给这些曾经有过这样经历的这些青少年。
So what kind of teenager were you, Anthony?
Very quiet kind.
Were you a wallflower?
Sort of, not like Wallflower or social outcast, but I'm not very active. I was not very active.
I was, like I said, I could be funny in class and people liked me. I definitely had friends, but I had more like a social anxiety, like a nervousness about being with other people. Also, I really loved being sad. If that makes sense to you. And like, when I felt sad or blue, you're a teenager, it's easy to feel kind of a lot of emotions. And I really liked that feeling. I really liked how...
Like being melancholy.
That's a really good word for it. I really loved how blue and dark I could get. I liked that feeling. And it's funny because people don't see me as that kind of person.
Okay.
But I loved it. I was like, oh, I'm so sad. I love it.
老师呢，过往的话就有那种为赋新词强说愁，那种喜欢有点忧郁的那种感觉。他觉得这种感觉是很迷人。
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy.
I love it. I am so sad. Being a teenager is really hard, and I think adults like us can forget that sometimes.
没错。
Yeah.
的确是这样。
Yeah. All right, let's get ready for vocab review. Okay, friends, before we start vocab, remember, after class, we want you to tell us what are your car driving songs. Like, you're in your big moment of the movie of your life. What's the song you and your friends are singing along to? In our story, we had Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, a very kind of a blues song, of a sad song. And then we had Heroes by David Bowie. Both are really good songs, but I want to hear the songs you want too.
我们很想知道说你到底开在公路上头，你会不会选择 David Bowie 的那个 Heroes， 还是另外一首歌曲，或者你自己会选什么歌？你会选什么歌曲在边开边感觉到自己的自由跟奔放呢？我们想知道，留言给我们。
I'm trying to think of like a real stupid funny song to sing. I can't think of one. Okay.
Not Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. There we go. You win. Okay. Our first word today is timid. It's an adjective. It means shy.
Yeah, timid 就是指胆小的，而且是羞怯到一个不行的胆小。
Number 2, to put forth an effort. That means to try hard.
Put forth an effort 就是很努力的去 try your best to do something.
Next we have outgoing. Outgoing is the opposite of timid.
Outgoing 就是外向的，刚好就是 timid 的反过来。
Next we have a theme. A theme, sometimes we can say a topic. T-O-P-I-C.
Theme 就是主题，也可以用 topic 这个字来表达。
Number 5, we have to get involved in something. That means to participate in something.
To participate in something, to get involved in something 都是指参与的意思。
Number 6, to stand up for somebody or something, and that means just to support.
To support, to stand up for 就是指为什么人挺身而出，可以为你自己，也可以为其他人。
Defend or protect.
Yeah.
Next, we have to be targeted at. Sometimes we'll say to be aimed at. A-I-M-E-D.
Be targeted at or be aimed at 都是指把目标设定成谁。如果说这本书呢是目标设定给某个青少年族群的话，你可以说 This book is targeted at or is aimed at.
And lastly, we have to show respect for somebody.
Show respect for somebody 就是指对那个人或是对某件事情表达尊敬，或是表达说你要先向他致敬的感觉。
And with that, we are out of time at Enjoy English School. Tell us your favorite car driving songs. We want to know. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Antony.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.